Hey guys, so a lot of people have been asking where I've been, about my recovery journey, just what's going on, what exactly happened. So I started this YouTube page. Oh, it's probably been 8 or 9 years now, maybe 10, at least since I uploaded a video. And I was on and off heroin, did the Suboxone thing, did the methadone thing, did the cold turkey thing, did the, just regular detox, rehabs, inpatient, partial hospitalization, outpatient, all of the above. I've tried it all. Just laying right here for days, sweating, dying, I've tried it all. Anyhow, so, but you guys wanted to know my story of how I ended up in prison. So, obviously, yeah, I had some clean time here and there, but it didn't stick. And I guess a lot of it had to do with maybe the type of person that I am, that I want it all, I want to see all the parts of the world, the good and the bad. It all excites me. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. I love getting into the shits. Some of y'all know what I mean by that. It excites me. Anyhow, so, God, getting hot. Some of y'all will know that even if you've been clean for years, you just randomly get sweaty and hot out of nowhere. Anyhow, so on November 15th, 2021, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. I was at Cobb Galleria in Cobb County. Some of you may know where that is. And I was driving. I had just came down from the building from, we'll just say doing something. And I was in the roundabout. All of a sudden, lights, blue lights everywhere. Of course, my first thing is I gotta get out of here. Before I could even open my driver's side door to get out of the car, a cop was kicking it closed. And long story short, I ended up with multiple trafficking charges. I was not happy to be getting arrested, and ended up with a couple of obstruction charges because of that. And I was like, 98 pounds soaking wet, thinking that I could, if any of you know what Vibe Squad is, it's like the gang task unit, drug task unit. Mom, hold on, my mom's in here. That's my mom banging on my door because she still to this day bangs on my door and wants to know what I'm doing at all times. Anyhow, so yes, obviously I was not very happy to be getting arrested. Ended up with broken nose, busted forehead, blood everywhere, and I just, decided I was gonna boom, right hook this cop, and it was a good hit. I gotta give myself that. It was a good hit. No, he hit me straight right back. Boom, I went straight to the ground. And then they had already handcuffed me back. So I'm already handcuffed, like my hands are already back behind my back. And they slammed my head into the pavement. So I couldn't stop myself from falling. And it's three of them and one of tiny little me. And busted my whole nose open on the pavement. Busted my whole forehead open, scarred. I mean, it was literally, when they took my mugshot in jail, they came up and wiped me with a paper towel and then took the picture. It was like, we don't want any evidence of this, and they seized everything. They seized my car. They seized all the money I had, obviously the drugs. And I ended up, and I was already on first offender probation, so I violated that with this new charge, which is a trafficking charge, and they don't take too kindly to that. And so I ended up going to prison for 3 years. And I was at a maximum security prison. Lee Arundel State Prison in Alto, Georgia. Prison is not where you want to be. Maybe it's not as bad at the minimum security. We call them cupcake camps, because that's where I thought I was going. I was like, I stayed at the prison that you do diagnostic at. So if any of you are from Georgia and you're a man and you've been to prison, you go to Jackson for diagnostic, and then you get shipped off somewhere else. So the equivalent for me was I did diagnostic at Lee Arundel, and I stayed. I GP'd. I general populated at Lee Arundel. So it's the equivalent of general population at Jackson for the men. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's not the prison that you want to GP at, that you want to do your sentence at. And I did. And a lot of really horrible things happened to me while I was there. Basically for no reason. Women can be very catty. Definitely don't get in the girlfriend's mess. That will get you beat up real quick. That will get you jumped on. That will get you stabbed. But I mean, half the time, like, I remember I got jumped by, I can't even tell you how many people it was, because I was just down like this. I couldn't even see how many people that were attacking me at this point. And I had no idea why. I still really don't know. I mean, I heard different rumors and stuff, but it's really a cruel world. And I think at that point it was like a recognition point for me that, like, I don't want to be here. This is not the life that I was born into. I was not raised like this. I want to go home. I want to live a decent life. And that doesn't mean that I want to live a boring life. That's what I think a lot of people think about sobriety, is that it's just so boring, and, oh, you can't go out, you can't do this. And I mean, if you're that type of person that if you're around it, you're going to do it, then yeah, you probably can't go out. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, because if you're around it and, you're getting that itch, then yeah, you are going to use, and it's going to be same old, same old down the rabbit hole game. So yeah. Anyhow, so sentenced to 3 years. Then of course I'm thinking, my lawyer, bless my dad, he did hire me a lawyer at least. He's like, it was actually 8 to serve 3. So what that means is you're on parole or probation, like your sentence is 8 years, but 3 of it has to be served in confinement. So 8 years to serve 3 in confinement. So I had to do the first 3 years in confinement, but in the state of Georgia, you normally parole after a third of your confinement time. So when I was in county, I was like so quick to sign this plea because I was like, oh, I've already done over a third of my time because I'd already been in county. Man, almost 16 months. I was like, I'm just going to parole out as soon as I get there. Joke's on me. As soon as I got there, I got a letter from the parole board stating that I was going to max out, meaning that I had to do my entire 3 years. So finally, when I was released in 2024, I got out, and I went to live with my dad on his farm in Griffin, Georgia for a while, and that did not work out. My dad's on a wife number 3, and it just seemed like from the moment that I got there, it was her absolute goal to get rid of me at all costs. And, this is not me not taking accountability for my addiction and the havoc that I've caused my family. This woman just does not like me, and she will do absolutely anything to alienate my father from me and my little brother. She believes that, my father belongs to her. And that has been, a real trigger for me, a real relapse for me. I haven't had my dad just because of this woman. I never see him. I don't go to any kinds of Christmases or Thanksgivings because she doesn't want me there. So I'm not invited. And you'd think, you know, my dad would grow a pair and be like, yo, she's my daughter, let her come. But he doesn't. And it does. It breaks my heart. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky that I have my mom who has put up with a bunch of my bullshit. And she has been there for me. I think she kind of realized, like, you know, she's going to have nobody if she doesn't have me. And so she took on me and my crazy life. And I couldn't love her more for it. But if you're out there and you're struggling and your life is just, you know, you're ruining relationships and people hate you just because you do drugs, and that's a stigma too that I want to talk about. You know, why? I guess because the stigma has just been around forever. People just, oh, they're a drug addict. Oh, and you know, then they can drink as much alcohol as they want, but oh, if you do drugs, it's not the same, you know, that's just not true. Whether you're drinking poison or you're snorting poison or you're injecting poison, it's all poison. That's just common sense. And so you have to learn to deal with judgmental people. And I know they say in recovery, you know, isolation's bad, but sometimes you gotta isolate yourself from those people. You have no choice but to, because otherwise you're just going to be around toxic, negative people, and that's going to do what to you? Make you want to use, right? Make you want to not feel the feelings that you're feeling, especially if it's people close to you that you love and care about. Well, I guess I've gone a little overboard and told you more than my story, but I am still currently on probation. I will be on probation until 2028-9. Luckily, I am on call-in right now, so I just have to call in to like an automated number every month, and I don't have to actually report to the office anymore, which is nice. So I am grateful for that, but I just wanted to share my story with you guys, and thank you for listening.